Cześć, witaj ponownie. Hi guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel and welcome to today's video. Dzień dobry. So love, today we are going to be heading to 10 surprising facts, fun facts about Poland. I have done part 1 before. This is part 2. So we're going to be checking this out together. I hope you enjoyed this video with me. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Please give the video a thumbs up. Subscribe if you have not, share with comment, and let's dive into today's video. Nice quote.
Traditions. What are they, and what do they mean to us as a community or as a family member? Throughout the world, there are many countries that have strong traditions and core values amongst its people. And here on FTD Facts, we are going to a country that has very strong traditions to learn more about it for the second time. Poland, a country that is not only amazing, but has a cool history and people that are moving forward with great progress. Hey everybody, what's going on? Dave Wapple here, and welcome to FTD Facts, the channel where we talk about people, cultures, and places from all around the world. Now, this is our second video talking about Poland because the first one, well, we only kind of dipped a little bit into it, and you know, first of all, you guys had some really nice things to say about the country, so we're doing it again. We had people like Harry Phantom who said that Poland is one of the only European countries to have balls of steel. I don't know what that means, but cool. We had Captain Strzeziega who said, hey beautiful people from the West, come to Poland on your holiday, we have the best food and vodka in the world. And we had Sage Sweeney who said, the one thing that I love about Poland is they love and value their culture. I would very much love to appreciate a part 2. So there you go, Sage, we're doing a part 2 for you and many of the others who want to know more about this, but let's get into it. Now to start off our facts, we should probably revisit our first one because in our first video we said that the word Polak is a derogative term for Polish people. But we had a lot of you guys who are from Poland were like, no, it's totally fine. So we looked into it a little bit more and we found out that it's actually offensive in the United States. So if you're from Poland but you're living in the United States, some people in the States that are Polish do not like being called a Polak. I don't know why, it's the way it is. And also in our first video, some of you guys were kind enough to remind us that Auschwitz was a concentration camp not just for Jews, but for other people of the country as well. And of course, some of you guys want to remind us, and of course our fans out there, that Auschwitz was created by the Nazi regime. These camps were created because Poland was occupied by Nazi Germany at the time. And the only reason we left that out is because we felt that that was pretty much common knowledge, but you know what, hey, thanks for the update anyways, and that is history. But let's talk about some new things about Poland. As stated, it is a country of progress. And one thing, for example, is that Poland is aiming to have great renewable energy. And they are aiming to have 15% of their total energy provided by renewable energy. And this is all aimed for the year 2020, however, in 2015, 10% of their energy was provided by renewable energy sources. Now the thing about Poland, it doesn't have any nuclear capability when it comes to its power. Although in the 1980s they had 4 nuclear plants in development, these were ultimately cancelled because of a public opinion after the Chernobyl accident in 1986. But as of recently, the country has reevaluated its need for nuclear power and is hoping to have their first nuclear power plant up and running by 2021. But as of today, right? Most of the energy is provided by coal. And this makes Poland the 9th largest coal user of any country in the entire world, and even second following Germany in all of Europe. Of course, using coal might not be really good for the environment, and one thing we should probably talk about is the environment. For example, the longest and largest river in Poland is the Vistula River. It comes in at 1,047 kilometers long, and it goes right through the entire country from its southern mountains, emptying all out into the Baltic Sea. Now this river wasn't always called Vistula, it had some name changes throughout history. For example, in 40 AD it was called Pomponius Mela, and although this valley has been around for over 2 million years, ever since people have been in the region, it has always been a major artery for trade. Now Poland has always been known for its cars. Well, at least when it comes to its economy, as its automotive industry makes up about 11% of the country's economy. But in 2007 to 2009, they were the 2nd largest producer of light vehicles in East and Central Europe. And in 2013, they were the 23rd largest car creators in the world. And one thing to note, the company called Ursus, which generally makes tractors, was the first car company in the country, being founded in 1893. You know, considering we're also talking about inventions and cars and all this sort of stuff, did you guys know that the father of modern day rocket science was born in Poland?
No.
Theoretically. Okay, if we were to go by today's standards, it would be in Poland, but Werner von Braun, the man who helped build the V-2 rockets for the Germans during the Second World War, which was the real beginning movement for rockets to be used to go to space. He was born in Wierzitz, Germany on March 23, 1912. However, the German name was changed to Wierzitz in 1919, which is now located in Poland. So have any of you guys ever heard of the Bledo Desert? Neither have I until reading about it. This is a desert located in Poland. That's right, even though Poland is a country that has a lot of green land and doesn't seem like a place that would have a desert, it actually does. This is the largest collection of sand in all of Central Europe, stretching out over 32 kilometers, and unlike other deserts, this one was definitely not created naturally. The sands that go 40 to 70 meters deep are a result of humans lowering the water table to such a high amount that vegetation has had a hard time to grow back.
Wow.
So if we're going to talk about land, we should probably talk about how Poland has 16 voivodeships. So what is a voivodeship? Well, basically they are provinces or states. However, the country always didn't have just 16 voivodeships. In the last 200 years, it's changed consecutively. Before 1795, Poland had been divided up into 4 different divisions. They were Great Poland, Lesser Poland, the Grand Duchy of Lithuania, and the Duchy of Livonia. And within those 4 different sections, Poland had 41 voivodeships. That's insane. However, from 1816 to 1837, there were only 8. From 1921 to 1939, there were 16. And the biggest was 1975 to 1998, where Poland had 49 of these provinces. Wow. But now, as of 1999, it's just back to good old-fashioned 16. So one thing that Poland is really happy to have in its country is Malbork Castle. This castle was created in 1406 and is a UNESCO zone as of 1997. This medieval castle is not only the biggest brick castle, but is the largest castle in the world by land area.
In the world!
It was built by the Teutonic Knights, who were German Roman Catholic crusaders. It is said that this was home to 3,000 knights who lived across the 52-hectare site. And throughout history, it has seen...
Castle is huge, like 3,000 knights. It's huge. And the fact that Poland has the most largest, I think that is sea or stream in the world, like, it's mind-blowing. Okay, each day I discover new amusing thing about Poland. Okay, as I always say in my videos, Poland is a very, very unique and beautiful country that one needs to explore. Okay, so let's dive back into the video, and I would like to see or hear more what he has to say about Poland.
Seen many battles and has had multiple repairs, and throughout the Second World War she was a benchmark and blueprint for German Nazi castles under Adolf Hitler's regime. But in the modern day, this is one of the most visited sites in all of Poland, as she is one of Poland's great heritage sites. And in 2016 they finally repaired the Blessed Virgin Mary Church, which was destroyed from a battle during the Second World War. And not only is it the biggest brick castle, but it's also the largest brick building in all of Europe. Now, one thing that I really do love about the Polish people is they like to do things different from, well, my country of Canada, and probably even your country as well. And within the culture, they do have really interesting moments which we should probably look at. For example, let's look at the Marzana Festival. This is where people gather around on the first day of spring to burn or drown a straw doll. And since the 11th century, people have been burning this straw figure wrapped in canvas in order to make spring come faster. Very much like Groundhog Day in North America, it is a fun and celebrated time of year throughout the country, even though people don't really think that if you burn a doll, spring will come faster. Also, speaking about traditions, let's talk about food, because the people of Poland are known for their food. It's so good. Kanapki is a popular food that you would eat in the country. Now, most of us throughout the world like sandwiches, and when we talk about sandwiches, we think of bread, meat, and
I want to try this.
Right? But in Poland, if you actually get one of these, you might not get 2 pieces of bread. Instead, you'll pretty much just get an open sandwich. It's pretty popular there, and yeah, you might need a fork or knife to eat. And of course, we cannot forget about pierogies. Personally, I love them. My mom hates them, but it's just so good. Now, if you've never had one, well, first of all, you're missing out. But basically, they are a delicious dumpling that you can get filled with cheese or potato. In Poland, they date back to the 17th century, as this food was a diet staple for the people of the country. And they are so popular that in the city of Krakow, they have their own pierogi festival. I should also mention that considering I'm from Canada, living in Ontario near Toronto, I should mention that Toronto has its very
yummy.
own Polish festival. It is known as the Roncesvalles Polish Festival, and it is the largest Polish street festival in all of North America. And I wanted to mention that because, yeah, you can get pierogies there just as well. They're so good. And one other thing to mention, which might be strange for some, is that on Christmas, pierogies are a traditional addition to the Christmas Eve meal. Now, pierogies, you have many different ways that you can prepare these, but for Christmas, there's only 2 real ways that you should do it. And that is to have 2 types,
Looks
one
like
filled with
pie.
sauerkraut and
Nigerian
dried
meat pie.
mushroom, and the other just filled with mushroom, and it comes with clear borscht. So we've talked about land, we've talked about food, but what about art and cinema? Well, that's a very important thing to the Polish people as well. Now, cinema does make up for a lot of countries' culture, and for Poland, a lot of their films may not be in the limelight to most European or American films, but they've also made some really good contributions to the film industry. You could say that the city of Łódź is the cinema capital of Poland, sometimes being called Hollywoods. It is home to the first cinema, which was created in 1899, and is also home to the Museum of Cinematography. But as for film, the first filmmaker from Poland was Kazimierz Porozieniński, who is known for shooting documentaries, but he's also known as an inventor. Because this Polish inventor created one of the first ever movie cameras, being called the Pleograph, which was built in 1894. And before we get out of here, guys, I gotta mention one last thing because, you know what, we gotta talk about astronauts. Miroslav Hermaszewski. This man is the first, and to this day, only ever Polish person to go into space. Now, he was born on September 15th, 1941. And in the 1970s, out of 500 pilots from Poland, he was chosen to go into space, spending 8 days on the Soviet space station Salyut 6 on June 27th, 1978. However, guys, there you have it. That's us just looking at Poland once again. Personally, guys, I love learning about this country. It is a really sweet country. There's a lot of great people from there, a lot of great opportunities, and it's just a beautiful place as well. Now, guys, before you get out of here, first of all, don't forget to leave a comment for a future FTD Facts video because we're always taking suggestions. And on top,
interesting to watch. Okay, I love the highlight he placed about Poland and the pierogi. Mwah. Looks amazing. I just feel like interested and it. Alright, besties, I hope you enjoyed this video with me. Let me know your thoughts in the comment section. As I said, he loved discovering more things about Poland, and I also said that as well. And I will see you all in my next video. Please stay subscribed for more amazing content like this. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Jackie and the Bizenia. I'll see you guys in the next one.
Bye.